just tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm Javel St.Paul from a small island in the Caribbean, Grenada. Also as a Spice Isle or pure Grenada. Um, I write music, but I have more love for art and cricket, sports. I play cricket for Grenada, different clubs in my country. I have a few songs that I wrote for some artists and some for myself as well. I do tattoos, piercings, airbrush designs on shoes, clothes, um, buildings. I do signs as well, and I also I'm also in a band, yeah, a local band as well. We're trying to get some gigs in at the moment for now, but that's basically
Yeah.
much of it. I'm 29 years old, you know, yeah,
Well, I think for a 29 years old, you have accomplished a lot. So
yeah, I have,
you definitely should be proud of yourself for that. Because
yeah,
the list that you just gave me, that's a lot for a 29-year-old.
yes, I am.
Okay. So how did you get into the tattoo art, music, and sports?
Tattooing for me started back in school when I was about 17, 18 years. I decided to take a different step by my art SBA. Basically, the topic was body modification.
Mm,
And most of the topics was really interested. And at that point in my life, I just had the feeling that, I don't want to be, the ordinary guy, in a suit or a tie, or in the construction field or, doing all these hard work. And I never really liked much manual labor. So tattooing came about after I saw the topic um, subdermal implants. It was really scary.
mm,
To me, it was kind of cool. And then I realized in Grenada, tattoo became like this big, a big thing, like a big, I don't even know how to put it, but it was really nice. And I decided,
yeah.
well, instead of just going around looking for a job, writing applications, at young, sometimes they want to tell me that you need experience. And in order for me to get experience, I must work somewhere first, at least. One of my friends came to school a day and he said, "You're one of the best artists in the school now. You should try tattooing." He came with a tattoo as well. And I said, "Well, nah, this tattoo thing, nah." But it was already in my mind that I want to pursue tattoo. And I went to a tattoo shop for part of my journal. And being in the shop gave me more of a great feeling like this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, you know? And I started practicing on some of my friends in school, which was illegal. But I had an encounter with one of the artists called Hayden Lewis and Gavin, also known as Joy or Alliance Body Arts. And they took me in on separate occasions on the weekends. And there I've been watching what they were doing. They give me a lot of ideas, a lot of do's, don'ts, pros, cons in the tattoo industry. And I've fit in so well, you know. And my mom, on the other hand, didn't like that idea at all. Yeah,
Of course, mom
but
don't.
I was down for it, because I'm becoming a young adult. I'm about to hit my 20s, so I want something that I would like for me, not just what she wants for me. And I didn't want to rebel against her religious, you know. But I decided that I'm going to take that big step and go into tattooing. And I had a lot of friends pushing me, "Yo, you should go for it, do it." My first tattoo kit was bought by my best friend, Hensley. Yeah.
Oh,
And when I got that kit, I said, "This is it." That was the moment.
okay.
Yeah.
What about
Uh,
the love of music?
music. I think music for me is more of uh, a generation thing because my mom loved music and my dad he hear music, he sing music. Um, it don't matter where he is, and I get that part from him and my mom because even in certain events that my mom do, she would have to sing, and I grew up learning music on my own because I didn't have a drum set or a guitar or a keyboard or anything. So I used to beat the table, the pots, using spoons and
Yeah.
forks. And she would always say, Javel, stop making noise here, this and that. And I said, well, Mommy, I love music. And then in school for graduation, well, prior to that, a couple of weeks we had like a last assembly, and they put me to sing a song. And I did. And they was telling me I should take part in competitions and I must join a band. And I was like, it's not a bad idea. I love music, I really
Yeah.
do. And eventually, my friend brought his keyboard to school. And we had a free period and we were playing music. And the whole school flocked the lab. And all the teachers, we thought we would have gotten in trouble, but they told us, no, y'all should keep doing it. Form a little band. And mom used to say that we are the two-man band. We don't
Yeah.
need it, and
Yeah.
we started getting little gigs here and there, but we was young, inexperienced, right? But we took that to a bigger step, so we ended up joining a band called Testimony, but it was a gospel band, you know, and we used that as a form of staying away from trouble, one, as teens, in Grenada, and to occupy our mind, just to have do something constructive. Music basically grew onto me like that. So I would sit down, any little thing, I would write music, but I always wanted to learn. That's just me. So I wanted to learn the drums, I wanted to learn keyboard, I wanted to learn guitar. And there was a crusade close to Springs, and I went there, and I sat down there for a good half an hour watching the guy on the drum. And I was like, I would love to play drum
Yeah.
because I've been beating pots, spoon,
Yeah.
containers. And a Sunday, my friend invited me to his church, and I said, no problem, I will come. And he was on the drum set playing. And after church, I went on the stage and I watched him. He didn't know I couldn't play. And while he was heading out the door, I jumped on the drum set and I started playing. And everybody in the church was like, what? You can play the drums? You're good? Come to church. And I was like, okay, no problem. That same Sunday, I've been playing music in the church for a good 6 months,
Wow.
right? I just was just self-taught. And well, after I learned a lot more from the church, I kind of detached myself a little because,
Yeah.
worldly music, a little more jumpy. And then different bands wanted me, and like, they were so like aggressive towards being so tight. Like, you need to be everything need to be correct. Everything needs to be all the keys need to be sharp. And
Yeah.
I realized like they were a little too rough. And I said like music is music. Some of them was from the police force, and they could read music very well. I can't really read music, but I could play by ear. So
Hmm.
me and my friend decided we will take that step and do our own thing. So we basically had our little band. We would play outside his house on Saturday evening, and people would come around because it's close to two hotels. So people would come around and they would just drop money by the mic, by the little guitar box. And we decided, well, we could take that far, because he loved music, I love music. I
Of
started playing,
course. That's good.
yeah, I
That's
started
really
playing
good.
late, but it was always something that I love. Any little thing, I have a little stress, a little headache. I believe I'm the only person in the world that could probably sleep with music with a headache. You
Yeah.
know, love music. Yeah.
What about sports?
Sports. This is just me finding out about different talents while I was in school because growing up in my hometown in Marion, I used to play cricket with the bigger guys, But they would bully me, they would laugh at me, because I couldn't bat, I couldn't bowl, I couldn't pelt a ball properly. And they will laugh, and I would always want to play because my bigger brother was always with the guys. When I left Miriam and went to the countryside, I transferred from the school that I was in as well, in the primary school. So I went to another primary school and a little academy for cricket. And I decided I will take part in the program. So I asked my mom if I could go with my cousin to play cricket. And from that moment, I was like 9 years old, yeah, in 2004. And everything that they taught in the first the first day of the program that I went to, I was selected in the few to come back every other Saturday. So
Okay.
yeah, I went home and I told my mom, I said, well, they asked me if I could come back. And, I said, well, I'm asking you first because I don't just want to go and you don't know. So she said, yeah, no problem. I went back the other Saturday and they just wanted to know what we learned from the first day. So they had like a little match for us, just about 10 overs. And I've opened bat and I came out not out. They asked me to bowl. I bowled. I got 4 wickets. I could never forget that. I got 4 wickets.
Of course.
That day, they picked me on the primary school team as captain to represent the school. And I spent like 3 years in that primary school because I did common entrance, which is now CPEA. And I passed for my high school, Wester Hall. And when I entered Wester Hall, they asked me if I could play cricket. And I said, yes, I played cricket for my primary school. I was captain and everything. And they said, okay, so the first game that we played for the school, I bat last. And I haven't gotten any ball. But it was okay. We lost. And I went home, I cried. I said, Mommy, they make me bat last. And this and that and whatnot. She said, well, don't worry, you're going to make it. And I said, all right. So the next year, I approached the cricket differently because I've also took part in other different cricket camps where I learned more from other coaches. And that very next year, they gave me captain and we won 4 games out of 6.
Oh, that's good.
Under 15 competition. But one little thing happened to me and it kind of taken me away from, wanting to be a cricketer or wanting to pursue a bigger role in cricket. So we had this game, I was 14 years, we had this game in Lasajes. And I was playing for my parish, which is St. David's against St. Mark's. And I can remember this like if it was yesterday. I opened bat and I faced like about 10, 15 overs. It was a 25 over match. And I made like about 15 to 20 runs, but I came out not out. And when they gave me the ball to bowl, about 4 or 5 fielders dropped like 6 catches in mine off my bowling. And I got 2 wickets, a LBW and a bowl. And I was so mad that I could have gotten 7 to 8 wickets. And the next weekend, we had another match against St. Patrick's. And I never went back because I felt so disappointed. I felt, I felt so sulky. I felt sad. And I never played cricket for like about 2 years after that.
Oh, wow. So just explain this to me. You mentioned overs. What is overs?
Overs is basically where a bowler basically runs up to bowl like six balls in an over. Is basically using the ball. You're running into the wicket. And you have to, it's a leather ball. It's a very hard ball. So you have to turn your hand right around to bowl over. 6 balls is comprised of 1 over.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. And then,
So I have another question for you. So what is like, so I've noticed you represented Grenada, in competitions all over the Caribbean.
Yeah.
So what is it like representing Grenada?
It's an amazing feeling. Like as I previously said, like I didn't play cricket for like 3 years, yeah. And I came in as a guy that a lot of people didn't really know because from 14 years to 18 years is 4 years, a big jump, yeah? And as an under 19, uh, I got selected to play for Grenada under 19 cricket against the Windward Islands, which is Dominica, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, and Grenada. And that year, I can't remember exactly, but I think we placed third or fourth in the competition. And I was selected directly on Grenada national cricket team that same year. It was a team to play with Devon Smith and Andrew Fletcher, who played for West Indies. I think Andrew Fletcher is still playing for West Indies. And just being in the camp among these great guys, like sometimes when I'm around them, standing in the midst of them, like I get goosebumps. Like, am I this close to being a professional cricketer, or am I this meeting other great players? And from that under 19 to this senior competition, I've been performing consistently for like the last 10 years. And it's not just me alone, so there's other guys who've been performing. But sometimes in sports, be it work, there is always some little fight down here and there, favoritism and whatnot. But that same year, when I got selected, my good friend Sherman got selected on West Indies. Yeah. And it was both of us as young guys who was consistently practicing and performing for one of this moment, like be it Windward Islands or West Indies, the pro league. I mean, he got through. I didn't, but I'm still happy, but the feeling is so, so, so amazing. It's like I could do this for the next 25 years, but I don't want to hinder any younger guy that is coming up who is talented, I'm going down in age and I don't want to underperform, to spoil my career.
Of course.
So, yeah. But that feeling is so, so amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
So, Javel, so you are also a father, but you're also an athlete, a tattoo artist. Yeah. You have so much going on. So how does that influence you being a father and working full time?
To be honest, sometimes I even ask myself the same thing. It's like a whole bulk of joy and I don't even have the words right now to put it in, but sometimes I get carried away doing too much of sports things and trying to involve my daughter in it, But she's only 2 years old, and I don't want to force her to do, or I don't want to force her into loving like things that I love that I took up on my own. But I want to bring her around the music, the sports, not tattooing though, but as a father, sometimes like when I'm working, if she's not in school or daycare sometimes, I have to have her with me in the environment, and she's seeing me work, she's seeing me play sports, she's hearing me sing. She's a little singer. She's also a little artist because when I'm drawing, she would say, "Daddy, paper, pen," and I will give it to her, and she will try to follow what I'm doing. Yeah. And it's so cute, It's like even when I'm in the cricket field, if I have the ball, she wants the ball. She wants me to bowl her, she wants the bat. When I'm singing, she tapping her little foot, singing. When I'm doing tattoos, sometimes she marking up on my skin. Tattooing is not something that I want to get her involved in. You know what I mean? Her being in the environment of art, music, uh, sports, it just gives me more drive to see how happy she is.
Yeah.
That she is actually copying what I do. So I want to always stay positive and do things that I know that will influence her as well in that good manner when she grows, that she wouldn't lose focus on other things that she would want to be in life,
Yeah. Definitely. That's good. That's good. That's a good example to set.
Yep.
So, so you actually do tattoos?
Yes.
Like, explain to so these tattoos that you have there, you did all of those. Just give us a little insight about the tattoos and and stuff like that.
Okay. Tattooing can be a nasty job sometimes if you look at it, right? Um, Being mentally prepared for any tattoo that I do sometimes could take hours or days. Yeah. Um, Before I do any tattoo, I always prepare myself mentally. Like I would not just take a walk in like on a business day where I'm not prepared to do. If it's something that is going to last me like more than an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, right? Tattooing needs a lot of focus, right? Tattooing needs a lot of focus. And the tattoos that I did that is up there, the portrait is basically the first portrait I ever did in my tattoo career for someone, right? And that took a lot of courage and bravery out of me because the guy didn't even know that that would have been my first portrait, right? He
Mm.
saw the works that I did, and he was like, "I think I want my mom," because his mom passed away. You know, it was a tribute to her. And doing the tattoo, uh, I started at the darkest area where I could build my confidence, right, and get into the most detailed part. And when I posted it, uh, people started looking into more tattoos of portraits and more feature tattoos that they
Mm-hmm.
were, so like lion faces, wolves, you know. And as the next picture showed, one of the lion tattoo with some cards. Um, me getting into tattoo, I always make sure that I'm sanitary. The area is sanitized properly. All my equipments are sterilized properly as well. They're packaged, sealed, and I use all the necessary uh, aftercare, um, and doing the tattoo at the same time. Like the ointments, the antibacterial soaps, and everything else that is needed for the tattoo while it's done. And I always make sure that my area is clean before I get anything done in any part of the body. Be
Okay.
it the arms, the legs, the back. You know, yeah.
So a tattoo like this, how much would this cost? Let's say
Uh,
I am interested in getting the chest tattoo.
yes. The portrait tattoo, that tattoo was like 450 EC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the chest tattoo with the other chest tattoo from shoulder to shoulder with the owl, um, with the little heart.
Yeah.
Um, that that I can't remember exactly. That was a couple of years ago, but it ranged from around, I think it was about between 700 to 900 EC dollars.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's your cheapest tattoo?
My cheapest tattoo is like about 150, $150. Sometimes
Oh, okay. Okay.
specials, or I'm in a little mood to have like a little, maybe a free week where I decide I could use that time to probably um, meet the clients, that are a little cheaper or that doesn't want any big tattoos, like to kind of like have like a
Mhm.
special like $100, at least for a certain size, you know. Yeah.
And what about cover ups? So, how does cover up work?
Cover up could be a difficult task. Um, Tattooing a cover up is really hard, especially if it's not done professionally. Um, some people there's different some people have different types of skin, I would say, in Grenadian terms. Um, it can be difficult in a sense that if they have growing flesh or skin that are easily swollen, cover up could be really, really difficult, especially if the tattoo is dark. Most times I take cover ups that are really light or that has been done over 4 to 7 years.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I basically work a cover up differently because a cover up needs to be done slow and it needs to be more bold. It needs to be more saturated. Yeah, it needs to be really saturated. So sometimes the designs that people come with to do a tattoo, sometimes I have to speak them out of it, try to play with their minds to get them to change the idea just a little bit because when you're doing a cover up, you need a lot of is either colors, bold colors that are really saturated, or a lot of black,
Okay. What
Yeah.
about airbrushing? Just speak a little bit about that.
Airbrushing was something that I learned in a tattoo shop with Hayden that I spoke about previously, earlier in the. Uh, I met Hayden in 2016, and when I met him, he was doing this design on a jersey for a friend, and I asked him what is this, and he was telling me this is airbrush, and I was like, airbrush. I said I want to learn airbrush. He said, well, no problem, I'm willing to teach you. So I said, all right. So he had some airbrush guns that he had cleaned out from airbrush designs that he'd done before, and had me practicing on a Bristol board.
Mm-hmm.
And from a was so wobbly, I decided if I learn to airbrush like him or close to him, I could do this for a living because there is something called last assembly that high schools, when they're graduating, they design on their shirts, for the
Oh,
last
okay.
before they leave the school. And when all I could have done was draw, because I didn't master anything of airbrushing, whether it's to coloring or lining or anything. So I drew with him and sleepless nights looking at him airbrushing. And after that, I decided, well, I will spend quality time learning to airbrush. So I took, I think was 6 to 8 weeks from tattoo. And when I
Wow.
did, I started airbrushing on uh, some art paper, some nice soft art paper, like on a sketch pad. Little designs, and I just had them up in the shop. And people will come in and ask, how much for this? And I was like, I'm not selling it. You can have it, because I say it's not done professionally. I've been
Mm-hmm.
practicing. Like, no, it looks nice. I said, well, you can have it. I gave away almost 50 something airbrush
Oh, wow.
designs before. And within 6 months, I was airbrushing on clothes, doing shoes,
Wow.
huge part in art. And I realized that airbrushing helps with steady hands for when I'm doing tattoos, especially
Mm-hmm.
like tattoos with a lot of lines. And airbrushing is something that I've been doing for like the last 7 years.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. So, what the price range for airbrushing? Like, for instance, you said last assembly. Most people, get their T-shirts for last
Yeah.
assembly. So, what's your price range?
But pricing starts from like $80 and up.
Oh, okay, okay,
80 EC and up. Yeah.
okay. Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah.
So, when you write music, what inspire
Mhm.
you?
My surroundings, everywhere that I go, matter of fact, anything that I do is basically music. Like I can tell you this offhand. I have over 500 music written down,
What?
not recorded. Yeah. And when I'm home, once I am not occupied or once I'm not doing anything, especially I should say constructive, pen and paper.
Mm,
Sometimes I'm not close to a pen or a paper. I don't even have the time to text the lyrics on my phone, that ideas that I'm getting. So I just put my phone on record, and every single idea that just comes, I just say it out as it is. No editing, anything like that.
yeah.
When I'm with my daughter, ideas flows just by the little movement she makes, the little smile on her face. A song comes. When I'm doing tattoos, based on how the client reacts, lyrics comes. When I'm in cricket, when I'm in other sporting events, when I'm in uh, with my friends outside on the beach, in the yard, playing dominoes, whatever it is. Music, music, music.
Music, music.
Around my environment inspires me to write or to listen a certain genre. And I listen almost every single genre there is. I don't really like metal much or rock, but the instruments sometimes helps in certain situations that I'm in. Especially like in sad moments, I don't really listen sad music in sad moments. That would just bring more sadness to me.
Yeah.
I would something up tempo like soca, but soca
Yeah.
really the situation at hand. You know, I also wrote a song for my daughter for her first birthday, and I never recorded the song or anything like that. I just had the song written down on a piece of paper. But this year, on her second birthday, I recorded the song. Still didn't release it yet, but I recorded the song and I gave it to a few people in my contacts to listen and let me know what they find, if there is anything I could change on the song, just for a little, ideas. Probably I could switch up something or whatnot, right? And I didn't really edit the song to an extent where it sounds like it is professionally written. It just comes from the heart. Just the mere fact that I have this little human, you know, like the song, I wrote that song in about 15 minutes. Really, really and truly, 15 minutes.
You have a song out.
Yes.
It's called Only You. How you came about this song? And just give us a little insight about that song.
Heartbreak, heartbreak, heartbreak. High school. Uh, uh, I was with this girl in my last year of school, and she was basically caught up between me and her ex love. You know what I mean? And it was really interesting, because I was in a relationship with her, thinking that everything is gonna go how it's
Mm-hmm.
to be, as a teenager. We always think that's the one, pretty girl, pretty talented, everything
Yeah.
in a girl when I was in school, that was her. And until that moment where she told me that she's still in love with me and her ex, I was like, nah, you gotta be it's either me or him, not both of us. She was like, no, I love you both. And I say, nah, can't. At the same time, I was determined to keep the relationship going, because
Mm.
I didn't want to just jump out and jump into somebody new or anything like that. So I tried to make it work as much as I could, But when I realized like she was tough and nah, I love you both, and I was like, nah. I lay down on my bed one night, and all I was just hearing was, "Only you can make me feel this way," and I was like, "Yep, song one time." I made sure that I wrote the song the night before I slept.
Oh, okay. So I
Oh,
actually have a little, just a little taste of it. Let me play it for the audience.
yeah, sure.
Sounds like someone had a heartbreak.
Yeah. And that was the end of the relationship when she told me that she need a break. I was like, you need a break for what? You're caught up between
Yeah.
break. You don't need a break. I say, just done with me and done. But I only said that out of, you know, trying to see if she's going to switch her mind, but it didn't work out.
So if the listeners want to hear the full song, where can they go to listen the song?
The song is, for now, the song is only on YouTube. Mm.
Okay. And they can get a song by just putting in your name or the name of the song.
Sonic, Sonic, featuring Stephen J.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So question, so why Sonic?
Sonic was, I was given the name Sonic in school as well. In the times where PlayStations and PS4s and stuff was raining.
Mm.
And I loved the game Sonic. I zeroed the game in school.
Oh,
Like, yeah, Sonic, 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 Sonic. And
yeah.
it through my entire school life, from since I was like 12 years, you know? Yeah. But no, I don't sing by that name anymore.
And also, what's your name, your stage name now?
His name right now will be Saint P. It's
CNP.
shortened for my surname of St. Paul.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Mr. CNP.
Yeah.
The Valley Hikers competition.
Yes.
So how does that feel?
It's something that I wanted to do for a lot of years now. Like from since I've been playing cricket, I always wanted to travel to other countries. I basically wanted to be a professional cricketer or a
Mm.
musician before art even was on my mind.
Mm.
And
Oh, okay, okay.
4 years ago, this T10 tournament started in Grenada from the Dream 11, basically who sponsors India Cricket, the India
Mm-hmm.
uh, team. And they introduced this T10 to Grenada um, as a means of entertainment, just like the IPL and other T10 leagues, T20 leagues, like West Indies, T20, England, South Africa. And the same year that we had our first T10, Dominica had theirs as well. And I was like, I think I want to play in the T10 in Dominica. So I performed to my best in our first edition of the Spice Eye Dream 11 T10 tournament. And I signed up for a draft in the Dominica's T10. I wasn't selected, but I was consistent and being motivated by my friends and my coach. And, just saying like, I need to be playing cricket besides Grenada. I need to play cricket out of Grenada. And I
Yeah.
was really, I didn't got selected. I further signed up the other year, the next year, still wasn't selected or drafted. And then I started getting a little frustrated. I was like, well, I'm not getting a little, draft in the team. Then finally, last year I got a call, asking me if I am ready to play cricket for the Dominica, as a replacement player for one of the guys from St. Lucia who was unable or who was unfit to play in the tournament. And I was super excited. But usually I am not an excited person. Like I don't get surprised or excited very easily. It's really hard for
Yeah.
someone to surprise me. So when I got the call, I thought it was a prank. I was like, okay, no problem. And my friend told me, well, the manager would call me. So I said to myself, unless the manager call me, I don't think that would be serious. When they called me, I was in my living room, and in that moment I realized, but wait, this is real, and the
Mm-hmm.
excitement was kicking in. Like, wait, I'm actually going to Dominica to play cricket, So I
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm ready, thinking I am ready, and my passport was expired, So I got because I'm all excited and everything. And after I did all of that, I was turned down with opportunity. But that still didn't drop my spirit, I was like, what?
Yeah,
I
of
want
course not.
to play in Dominica or Jamaica or Trinidad. And I signed up for the last time and I made up my mind. I said, I'm doing this for my daughter. I'm doing this for my daughter. I said, if I don't get selected this year, I am not going to waste my time to sign up again.
Yeah.
But I said that last year, and I still do it this year because I
Still do
love
it. Yeah.
and my friend called me and told me, yo, I'm calling because I want you to sign up for the T10, put your name in the draft and everything. So I did just that. And I wasn't really in a mood where I could say like, fingers crossed, I will get selected, being positive. I was not positive, not negative. I was just going with the motion. I was just going with the flow. Like if I get selected, I get selected. If I don't get selected, I don't get selected. Because our team starts before Dominica's T10. And when they was making the draft on that day, I said I'm going to stay home and watch the draft to see if my name is going to call. And 5 minutes before the hour, I left and I went for a drive. I said, I don't want to watch it no more because I don't want to listen to the whole draft and do hear my name called.
Yeah.
And to my surprise, a cricket manager from one of the clubs I play for here called me. He was like, yo, bro, you get drafted. By congratulations. I was like, draft for what? What are you talking about? He said, the T10 in Dominica, you get drafted. I said, for real? He was like, yeah, I just hear a name call. I was like, you're lying, man. I said, I don't believe that. So he screen recorded it and sent it to me. And I'm listening to the draft, like, in the seventh round pick. They went overseas, Mr. Javel St.Paul. I was like, wait, hold on. Is it my name ahead there? And all the excitement just kicking. I was like, don't get excited yet. Don't get excited yet. Don't get excited. But I couldn't help it. Like, I don't even know what to say. Trust me, I was in awe.
Yeah, of course.
15, 20 seconds, I was like, I'm
But
going.
that's a really huge accomplishment. A lot of people don't get to,
It is.
get this opportunity. So congratulations on that. I
Thank
mean,
you.
it's a few people that get picked to go represent a country. So that
Yes.
is huge, basically. So
But
congratulations again on that.
from the last T10,
Mm-hmm.
the managers and coaches, they was looking as well. So they saw my performance. I'm explaining to him when the manager messaged me, I'm explaining to them, who I was and what I do.
Yeah.
I know, I saw you. I saw you. That's why we picked
Yeah.
you.
Oh, yeah. They're always looking.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm be happy. I'm excited. I'm excited to play for that because since the first T10 in Dominica, I was supporting the Barana OT Warriors because of one of the guy that is the captain. We're really cool. We're really close, But
Mm-hmm.
eventually, I grew love and passion for that same team, the Valley Hikers. And for me playing for the Valley Hikers, trust me, that's a dream come true.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Just continue doing what you're doing. Next
I
year, you'll probably go to Jamaica.
Yeah. I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
So let me ask you this. So you have a promotion out for your business.
Yes.
You want to give the listener just a little bit more information about it?
Yeah. So from the 15th of July to the
Mm-hmm.
3rd of July, I'm doing a special promotion for the tattoo. That's just a promotion running into Carnival for most people that don't want to take part in Carnival with a fresh tattoo or a tattoo that is at least a month old. As Carnival in Grenada is all about paint, oil, mask, and they don't want the tattoo to get infected. So I use that opportunity from July 15th, which will give me ample time from the T10 that will occur in Dominica. So when I get back, I have enough rest to run that promotion for the people that are budget friendly, I would say. Who wants a tattoo under the cost under my starting price, which is like 150. you know. And any other tattoos that they would like to get, I will have like a percentage off, like 50% off. So even if they want like a tattoo that would cost about $300, $500, or $200, it's basically like giving back as well, and helping the people that probably wants a tattoo and they don't really, things are getting hard right now, and tattoo is not like an essential business to say like they must get a tattoo or else they're gonna get sick, or they must get a tattoo or else their house will bail. This kind of
Yeah.
So just doing that to help the people, and also to market myself a little more for other people that don't really know about me and they hear about the special. They might want to give a new artist a try. I'm the guy. You know,
Okay.
yeah.
So basically, so like in so where would all of this take place? Is it going to be at your tattoo shop? Can you go to their homes? Can you go to like where? So let's say someone who lives in Sautez or Grenville.
Yeah.
Would you go to them? Would they come to you?
Right. So this promotion, this tattoo special, will take place in Mount Hartman, in
Mm-hmm.
Grandin, St. George's. In my home, I've basically set up my studio in my home, but it is not fully completed for the specials yet because I have to make everything rearranged properly for like people that want to get private tattoos. I need to make it a little more friendly in case I have like multiple people on one day. You
Yeah.
know, yeah. Tattoos sometimes could be an open something. But I want to keep everybody. There's some people that are basically claustrophobic. Some of them are basically they don't really like people watch them get a tattoo. So I want to make everybody as comfortable as possible. And we're gonna start from 9 a.m. to about 7 p.m.
Okay. So do you like, for instance, let's say I wanted a tattoo. Is there like a deposit, or they can just come that day and pay?
Yes, a deposit, half. So whenever we make that appointment, a down payment. If the tattoo basically costs like let's say $200, they're already getting 50% off. I would like a deposit of half of the percentage. So a down payment probably let's say at least 25% of the 50. You know,
Okay.
yeah.
And in terms of booking, how like when do you expect them to make an appointment? So
The,
let's say it's on Friday. When do you expect them to make an appointment for the
all of
tattoo?
the at least 5 to 7 days, at least a week in advance.
Okay.
Yeah. So I get all the measurements. We can have, they can come in and inquire as much as they would like. And we get everything sorted out on that time, all the measurements, the placement of the tattoo, a proper design, if it's a cover up or if it's just a simple tattoo. Everything will be done on that day so that when they do come on the appointment date, smooth running, so I don't have to stencil anything or no design will be changed last minute or anything like that.
Okay. So what's
Yeah.
your preferred method of contact? Should they text you? Should they call?
I prefer a text through phone number, my WhatsApp phone number, or through Instagram or Facebook.
Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So you hear it. That's a great special. Get your tattoo, your airbrush, and your cover up. 25% off and 50% off. You can't beat that.
Yep.
Mhm. So, Javel, we are almost close to the end. And I
Yeah.
just want to say thank you so much
You're
for
most welcome.
joining me today. It's
Thank
a
you.
pleasure talking to you. I learned so much about you.
Yeah,
I
thank
know
you for
so much about you. I really appreciate that. So, for this week, we are actually going to feature you on our platform, Spotlight Magazine.
yeah.
So I'm going to show you what the cover looks like. So you're going to be on our website. You're going to be on our Facebook page, our Instagram page. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this is going to be your cover,
Oh, nice.
for this week. So Mr. Ink, Javel St. Paul.
Yes, yes. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you. Thank you.
Definitely, definitely. And I can't wait to see what you have coming up.
Yeah.
Is Yeah, I definitely can't wait. 2024 is going to be your year. I can feel it. So
Yes. Yes.
just continue being you and continue, motivating yourself and
Yes.
your daughter.
I will. I will.
So,
That's
yeah.
my heart. Oh my God. She's my everything. Yeah.
So, Javel, I just want to say thank you again.
You're welcome.
And we're going to end the conversation right here. And I'll see you on the other side.
No problem.